Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me again today, and I hope everybody's enjoying the sun that we're having in the UK right now. Before we get into this story, I've got to pay my respects to Steve Morrison, the brother of Morrison, the rapper from Newham. He lost his life in Essex last night and he was stabbed to death. I have actually got a behind the scenes with Morrison and Jordan about their new song and all the coverage that I've done over the last 2 years, but I'll definitely put something together soon when appropriate to pay respects to him. So this story is about a robbery gang again from Birmingham. The courts are reopened again and the cases that took longer than 3 days are being seen now. One of them involves a footballer that used to play for Birmingham City. His home was one of the houses attacked in this series of raids. Demarai, who played for Birmingham City, he now plays for Leicester City, and he was born in Birmingham and actually started for Birmingham Football Club originally. He lived at the time in the outskirts of Birmingham in a mansion. And thank you to everyone that watched the last video that I did about a robbery gang from Birmingham in relation to the Selfridges, where they spent £20,000 in the Selfridges in Birmingham. That's at nearly 200,000 views, so I'd appreciate it if you went and viewed that video after this one. The story goes that the gang carried out targeted attacks and included a Premier League footballer in one of a series of armed raids on cash points and involving firearms and weapons. The police described the gang as prolific. They struck at homes, shops, pubs and even a bingo hall in a 6-month raid of terror. The violent 5-strong gang were led by a father and son duo. I've covered this similar. It's not unusual in Birmingham for this to happen. Their names were Nicky and Corey Rothero, and they carried out the terrifying armed robberies across the West Midlands in October 2018 and February 2019. CCTV footage showed the gang smashing their way through electric gates outside one home, while on another occasion they were caught on camera storming a shop, wielding a firearm and a machete. In one of the robberies, ex-Blues player Demarai luxury home was targeted. The Premier League player's girlfriend and 6-week-old baby were seen at home asleep when the Barnt Green mansion was burgled by the gang. One of them had a machete. They escaped with a Rolex and £24,000 of cash and jewellery in the armed robbery, which left Gray's partner Emma Hickman petrified and too scared to stay at the address. They finally released the images of the gang, and they was jailed for 100 years in total for the offences committed. Their victims came face to face with the armed raiders, machetes and knives, and many later revealed the fear for their lives. Police arrested the Rotheros alongside accomplices Aaron Jones and Tyler Greenway from a stolen VW Golf on April the 11th, the day after a burglary in the Clent area of Stourbridge. Surveillance officers earlier watched them go into a jewellery shop in the Jewellery Quarter where they tried to pawn stolen jewellery. A jewellery box was found in the Golf passenger door, which contained letters written by the victim's children to the Tooth Fairy, and when examined returned a fingerprint that hit the 19-year-old Corey. On the 24th of June, a Birmingham Crown Court, Nick Rothero, 35, from Longbridge, and Corey Rothero from Northfield were jailed for 24 and 15 years, having admitted conspiracy to rob, burgle and steal. Jones, 28, half-brother of the Rotheros, also from Northfield, was jailed for 27 years, while 19-year-old Tyler Greenway from Northfield was given a 15-year term. They admitted conspiracy to burgle and also steal, but denied involvement in the robberies. However, a jury found them guilty after a 7-week trial. Darren Sadler, 41, from Bartley Green, was also jailed for 10 years, 8 months, having been caught during a phone shop robbery. He was given an extra 4 years after admitting his role in 6 other commercial robberies. The Rotheros, Jones and Sadler started their crime spree on the 18th of October 2018. They held up the one-stop shop in Bristol Road, Northfield. They used knives and forced the staff to open the cash machine. They replicated the attack on different one-stop stores at Vicarage Road and Broads Lane in Kings Heath, and also Castle Road in Albury. They also struck at Barnt Green pub in Rednall on November the 5th, where they grabbed takings. On November the 2nd, they threatened staff at an EE phone shop in Bristol Road North in the south of the city before stealing £60,000 worth of mobiles in a builder's sack. 2 weeks later, they took a cash draw from a Buzz Bingo robbery. The gang came unstuck on January the 22nd, 2019, during a robbery at Carphone Warehouse in Longbridge, after they bagged £40,000 worth of handsets. Plainclothes police officers were on duty nearby and rushed to the scene to help brave passers-by detain Sadler. He was arrested from behind the wheel of the getaway car that was stolen 8 days earlier in Halesowen. The other three managed to flee, one of them encouraging an armed accomplice to effing stab them. The gang recruited Tyler Greenway to fill the void left by Sadler and went on to commit 5 more home invasions, 2 in Halesowen plus in Alvechurch, Barnt Green and Bromsgrove. They also attacked security guards as they arrived to fill up ATM machines in Franklin Beaches Road in Northfield. On that occasion, they threatened to shoot the security guard. Nicky Rothero cocked his pistol several times and warned, "I'm not joking," before they made off with 2 cash boxes. The final robbery they committed was at a rural barn conversion in Stoney Lane, Bromsgrove, on April the 4th. A family was confronted by Jones armed with a sawed-off shotgun. Following the arrest, police executed warrants at the homes of both the Rotheros. Officers found 9 designer watches, Armani and Tissot in Nicky's bedroom, and drawers with decoder keys to steal cars, and a hunting knife used in several of the robberies. At Rothero Jr.'s home, officers recovered receipts for pawn jewellery, including cash payments for $449 and $1,100 for gold rings, another for £1,500 as well. Balaclavas were also found in the home, and the investigating detective Dan Halford from West Midlands Police said that the team was a ruthless band of thieves. They used extreme violence to enter commercial properties and residential homes. They struck family homes and when they suspected they were affluent. At times when people were sitting down to eat dinner and look after their children. Their actions caused immeasurable distress to the victims and their families. We identified through forensic evidence and found DNA at some of the premises and extensive analysis of phone communication that these men have been taken off the street for a considerable amount of time. And as I've seen and covered a lot of times on the channel, with footballers being the target of a lot of different attacks. Never ever slack on security. Make sure it's your priority. And I really want to hear what people have to say on this story, and I'll be back again very soon with some more news. Peace.